So do you still get nervous before a premiere?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Big press events are the most They're the most nerve-wracking thing about the job I do. I love every aspect of making movies. Actually making them. But I have to say, it's like, premieres are like, that's the one thing that does get me a little nervous.
I suppose a great reaction from the fans must help, like the ones in Tokyo for the world premiere.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's amazing. We've always seen these movies as made for the fans by fans. Because when we made the very first Resident Evil, I was a fan of the game, Mila was a fan, Michelle Rodriguez was a fan. They're movies for the fans. So when we get a great fan reaction, that's all we ask.
And great for you to have had a chance to wrap up the franchise.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to kind of bring everything full circle and take Mila back to where everything began, back to Raccoon City, back to the Hive, back to the beginning, to kind of finish the job that she started 15 years ago.
And sorry, in a way, for you to see it end, or was it just a great opportunity to go out with a bang?
Well, on the one, it's bittersweet. I'm very proud of the movie we made. I think it's by far the best in the franchise. But then it is a little sad thinking that the world is over.
And what do you think sets this one apart then from the rest of the franchise?
Well, I think it reveals all the secrets of the franchise. The secrets I've been keeping for 15 years now. The truth about the Alice character, the truth about the Red Queen, the truth about the Umbrella Corporation. So there's a lot of big narrative reveals if you're a fan of the franchise. And if you don't know anything about the franchise, it's just a rockingly awesome action, horror, scary, exciting movie that has a lot of emotion in it. And I think that emotion as well, at the end, when you discover the fate of the Alice character, I mean, it gets me very, very emotional, very teary. And I think, that level of emotion isn't something that people would necessarily associate with a Resident Evil movie.
And sorry if you've been asked this before, but when you give direction, does your wife listen to you?
She does. She does. We're very clear. On the movie set, I'm the boss, and then as soon as we get back home, she's the boss.
The stunt sequences were amazing, what I saw. These guys and girls certainly earn their money.
Yeah, I mean, it's action-packed. We shot the movie in South Africa with a South African crew, and they were very, very excited to be making the movie. Very intense, very hard-working. And of course, Mila's at the very heart of it as well. She does a lot of her own stunts. And, that's very inspiring for the crew to see, having a movie star who's willing to kind of be dangled upside down and have 5 guys kind of hit on her with machine guns. That's not something you see every day.
Oh, the great scene. And why do you think motorcycles look so cool in films? Especially when there's a strong female character actually doing the riding too.
Well, I've always seen these movies kind of as like post-apocalyptic westerns, and it's an iconic western image. The cowboy or the cowgirl on a horse, but in this case on a motorbike. And I think the motorbike goes so well with these big landscapes. These big, dramatic, epic post-apocalyptic landscapes. Seeing how big they are and how quiet the world is, having this small motorbike move through it. It's very powerful imagery.
We all watch movies to relax, but what does a director do to kick back for chill out time?
I watch movies too. I mean, I love watching movies, other people's movies. I don't watch my own, obviously.